For the first tip, I'm actually going to take a little bit of a detour and show you my bookshelf. So as you can see, I store all my books facing outward so I can see all of the spines, and I'm sure you do the same for your books. Imagine if you flipped the books and had the fronts like this. That just doesn't make any sense because you wouldn't be able to see all of your books, right? Well then, why do we do the same thing with our clothes? Instead of organizing your clothes flat like this, organize them vertically so you can see every single piece of clothing, like this. This is super easy, and you might know about this tip already, but you should definitely do it because boy does it make a difference. Whenever you're getting ready, all you have to do is look in your drawers and you can easily see every single piece of clothing that you have, and you can easily make a decision. Instead of having all the clothes facing this way and you can't even see them, you have to look through them. It's just a lot easier, and it really changes the overall look. Plus you can sort them by color to make it even more aesthetically pleasing. To fold like this, it's pretty easy. All you're going to need is a t-shirt or a long sleeve shirt. You're going to go to the back of your shirt and lay it down like this. As Marie Kondo says, spread out all the wrinkles and give it some love. And now what you're going to do is you're going to take your first arm and put it that way, and the second arm put it that way. If you do not have any sleeves, you obviously don't have to do this part. And now you're going to just fold in to the center and then fold into the center like that. And now you're going to fold once and twice into thirds, and then you have a little piece of clothing that will stand up on its own. Another way you could do this is you could also fold it almost to the edge and then fold it into thirds. However, with bulkier items, this can be a little bit harder, but with smaller, less bulky items, this could be a lot easier for you as well. And it also makes keeping your drawers nice and organized, because you just want to put something back where it belongs in its color range. You don't want to put something with the greens when it's purple. It just doesn't make sense. So it'll help you keep your clothes all organized. My next tip involves random items that you might have all around you. And the key to dealing with those random items is just creating a bin just specifically for your mess. Take any bin that you have. It could be a bin like this, or it could also just be an Amazon bin. Maybe you want to just decorate it with contact paper or duct tape. Whatever you want to do, and just take a bin and put it somewhere in your room where you're going to be easily seen. And then once you place it, right now I'm just going to put it right here for the sake of the video, then you just take all those items that you never really want to deal with, but you know you're going to have to, into the bin, and then you can designate a time for yourself to deal with all those items, whether it be on the weekend or every morning.
This next tip involves plastic bags. No matter what you can do, they always seem to take up space, and it's honestly super annoying. So I have an idea for you. Take a plastic bag and flatten it out like this, and then go to each corner and then the handle and just pull it out to make it really flat against the corners. Now you're going to fold into fourths, go into half and then the other half, and then now what you're going to do is you're going to fold it into triangles like this, keeping going all the way up to the top. And once you're done, you're just going to tuck in that extra piece into the triangle, and then boom, you have a little triangle. And now once you have all your triangles, you can just store them like this in a box of any kind, and then you have them really nice and organized.
For my next tip, this involves the work area or the desk or whatever you would like to call it. A lot of desks might have drawers like this, or they might have a filing cabinet or like smaller drawers like that. Well, whether you have drawers like that or that, you are going to want to have the things that you use most often right at touch access. Now this is a term made by the Home Edit. I don't know if you've heard about them, but they say that you should only keep the things that you really need at touch access. So let's just say in this drawer I did not need this purple notebook and it was just taking up space. I could just take this out and store this somewhere like under my bed, and then I have all the things that I need only at touch access right here, and it's less cluttered. But if I still want to grab this, I can always grab it. For this tip, I would suggest getting some sort of bin to place all of your items in that you do not want to touch access right in there, and then you can just store it under the bed.
And the last and probably the most important tip is you really need to declutter your space if you want it to be organized. No matter how much stuff you put back into a drawer, it's always going to be a little bit cluttered when you don't get rid of anything. So really look at a piece and decide if it brings you joy. If it does, then keep it. Sparking joy is different for every person, but you're going to immediately know when something doesn't spark you joy. For instance, maybe you think, oh, it doesn't fit me. I don't like the way it looks in me. Or I don't like the material. Well, if any of those things are true, then just don't keep it because it doesn't spark you joy. You instantly have that bad feeling inside, like, wow, I really just don't like this. I need to get rid of it. And then when you're done, you'll only be left with the things that actually spark you joy. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and also subscribe to my channel for more videos about organizing, cleaning, as well as lifestyle.